Hello, I'm Penny ST, and I'm the host of Peace with Penny. I'm sorry to say there have been a number of Palestinian terrorist attacks recently, including shootings, incendiary balloons, a car ramming, and rioting. The recent escalation is frightening. Next week is an event-filled week with potential evictions in Sheikh Jarrah on Monday, the same day that Israel marks Jerusalem Day, its annual celebration of its acquisition of Eastern Jerusalem during the 1967 Middle East War. It will be tense, to say the least. Let's pray for a peaceful outcome. With all of this tension in the air, let's do something positive and concentrate on learning more about the conflict. Tuesday is our Peace with Penny podcast at 11 a.m. on Zoom. Moving in the direction of understanding and peace puts a smile on my face, not because it's always a pleasant ride, but it's essential. I will be interviewing Todd Morehead and Justin Kron, the producers for Hope in the Holy Land. Just before it is released this week, we recorded a sneak peek about how and why they made the film, important facts that clarifies and emphasizes many issues that don't seem to be covered in the news but are necessary to our comprehending a more complete picture of some of the complications that impact the possibility of peace. And we even cover some issues that they didn't have space to cover in the film. For a taste of what we'll be talking about, here's the trailer for Hope in the Holy Land.
You are completely misrepresenting and stereotyping based on your connections. No.
There's about 57 Muslim states in the world. There's one Jewish state.
The massive ingathering of Jews in the last 150 years back to the land is absolutely unprecedented.
They say that there's no greater sign of redemption coming than the Jewish people returning to the hills of Judea.
As a Christian, I've always supported Israel's claim to the Holy Land. To me, the Palestinians were just getting in the way of God's plan. But the way I viewed the other side created a conflict within me.
I cannot comprehend in any way God's will for a certain group of people having to deal directly with the suffering of another people.
300,000 Palestinians are unemployed.
Most Palestinians have only seen Israeli soldiers and settlers, and I tell you, they are not very friendly.
I don't hate, but if you throw a stone at me or try and stab me, I will kill you.
Can you imagine as a child you grew up in the Palestinian society, all what has been heard about the Jews, they want to kill us, they want to drink our blood, so what I felt is full of bitterness, full of hate.
أمسك صهيوني ولا إسرائيلي بقتله قتل موت. أنا بكرههم.
I don't think that people hate Palestinians. People don't want just to live. They don't want to die.
أنا بني آدم جايك من برا حابة أفرجي صورة الطرفين. أنت اللي بدي يصور قضيتك كان قاعد تطرد فيه.
In spite of all the years of conflict, there's hope here, if you know where to look for it.
Wow, I've had the privilege of viewing the film, and I can tell you it's revealing and a fair representation of issues in the conflict, which, as we all know, is rare. As I mentioned previously, it's a jam-packed week. Wednesday, May 12th, Ramadan ends. On May 14th, 1948, Israel became a nation. Hope in the Holy Land will be released also on the 14th on demand and on Blu-ray. On the 15th, Palestinians commemorate what they call the Nakba, which means the catastrophe, which is in direct opposition to the fact that 73 years ago, Israel reclaimed their independence. If only both sides would follow the golden rule and treat others as you would have them treat you. So, how did I get involved with wanting to work on peace? It was the summer of 2014, and for my son's bar mitzvah present, just like many Jewish parents, we wanted him to bond with the Holy Land. Oh, it worked perhaps too well. My husband had stayed back at the hotel, and our friends, my son and I, had just stopped in a pharmacy.
Run to the bomb shelter, sweetie, please hurry. I didn't hear the sirens at first, but the Israelis did. They're used to hearing these things. We ran to the back of the storeroom. It was a 12-foot by 24-foot windowless bomb shelter. My heart's pounding. Boom, boom. I hear and feel the percussion of the exploding bombs. I'm trying not to get sick. I look at my 13-year-old son and I think I'll never forgive myself if something happens to him.
That's an excerpt from a speech I gave to the Orange County Jewish Bar Association. It was the first, but not the last time we had to run to a bomb shelter. Our adventure and my transformation is also the subject of my book, Blasted from Complacency, A Journey from Terror to Transformation in Israel. There is no chapter in a parenting book on what to do when a war starts and you're on a family vacation. Think touring extraordinary and sacred sites mixed with cowering in bomb shelters. I'm still trying to get over the Jewish guilt of taking my son to war for his bar mitzvah present. The impact of being human targets helped me understand the plight of Israelis living like this, and it also made me want to work on peace. How Israel is often described on the news is not what I'd seen with my own eyes. And I felt Palestinian parents also preferred their children playing safely in their backyards. The missiles exploded just near enough to blow apart my world as I knew it, forever changing me. And you'd never recognize my life today with what it was like then. I believe I found my life's purpose. I hope you can join me in Peace with Penny on Tuesday, May 11th at 11 a.m. Pacific Time and learn together with Todd Morehead and Justin Kron, the producers for Hope in the Holy Land. You can get the Zoom link on my Facebook page, my website, or at the end of this clip. Please register. If you have a scheduling conflict, you can always see the recordings on my website at pennyst.com under podcasts. Thank you, and may you live in peace, shalom, and salam.